Hi everyone, this is Devins Financial Weekly Stock Analysis Newsletter. Today is October 1st, 2017. Our newsletter is for your informational purpose only. We're not responsible for your gains or losses. Let's take a look at current market trend and our strategy. Your stock market indices are making new highs, and the fan stocks, the largest company in the high tech, setting up to break out from the base, and at least three of them reverse to the upside. And it's a Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Those are the so-called fan stocks. And previously, those stocks seem to be in a downtrend, but looks like they're reversing that downtrend to the upside. I'm currently long the market with a full position. Let's take a look at the indices. Okay, let's look at from the first one. First is the German DAX index. It's in an uptrend. Once it break above 50-day moving average and reverse to the uptrend. Nasdaq making new high. This is a strong uptrend. Uh, SP 500 also making new high. Gold seems like came down, broke the 50-day moving average. So gold is not getting support around 50-day moving average. So was the silver, also broke down. Gold mining stock ETF approaching 200-day moving average, broke down. Crude oil reversed to the upside, but now it looks like it's hitting resistance here around $52. So it may reverse to the downside. VOTZ is the artificial intelligence ETF, very strong uptrend and correction and came back up. ROBO is also AI automation, the robotics and automation ETF. This is also a very strong ETF in the upside. Semiconductor ETF, semiconductor index is very strong in this market. Semiconductor ETF broke from the base right here and pull back and continue go up. Now it's at a historical high. So semiconductor is a very strong sector. Now it's a social media ETF, also very strong uptrend, but it hasn't get to the new high yet. It just rebounded from 50-day moving average. XLF is a financial ETF, also very strong. So those are the ETFs and indices. Let's take a look at the stocks. First of all, the fan stocks shared with you previously, they have reversed to the above 50-day moving average. So they're setting up to break out from the base. What are the fan stocks? And if you ask different people, you may get different names. First of all, usually people refer it to Facebook. Most people refer to Amazon. Some people refer it to Apple. But Apple stock is not doing very well right now, so we just give that a look at Amazon. And Netflix, and N is a Netflix, but some people thinking maybe Nvidia is replacing Netflix in that N, and G is a Google. So let's take a look at those stocks. Well, I'm just putting all the watch lists in the one list. Look at the Apple in the downtrend. We were try to uh, rebound, but the actually it has not hit 50-day moving average. It just came down a little bit. So we need to see what's going to do next. But before it stands above 50-day moving average, there's no point to long this stock. And Adobe, same thing, came down. Now it seems like a rebounding a little. Applied Materials broke out last week and very strong after breakout and just keep on going up. Applied Materials is a stock that sells semiconductor equipment, so it doesn't matter which company is gonna take over the market and become the best semiconductor company. Applied Materials will benefit from it because Applied sell the equipment to everybody. So Applied Materials is a pretty much an indicator of how the semiconductor industry as a whole is doing. So Applied Materials is doing very well right now, broke out from the base. AMD not quite so good. It tried to bounce back up after the rumor came out that AMD was developing a autonomous driving chip together with a Tesla, but that turned out to be a rumor. So I actually did check the AMD website, look for their job opening. I didn't find many machine learning, deep learning, or autonomous driving or artificial intelligence job opening. So there's no way they can develop a new chip in AI without hiring people. So that tells me that news was not quite true even before the truth came out. So anyhow, AMD right now is just sitting by at the 200-day moving average, so it's not going anywhere yet. We need to watch that. If it breaks down, that's really bad. Amazon still below 50-day moving average. Amazon is weak. ATVI, Activision is a gaming company, I think. Rebound above 50-day moving average. That's a good sign. Boeing has already broke out from this base right here. Boeing is a very strong stock. I would think this is a very good candidate for long-term holding. And Alibaba seems like there's selling going on. Look at the volume here and look at the fact that stock came down after a big long run. So we got to be cautious with Alibaba. CELG, this is the biotech stock, uptrend. CGNX, still uptrend, but we don't know if this can just go back up from here or it will continue correct for a little while. So this is all AI stock. Now Delphi self-driving car stock came down. This is a bad. This is a reverse. Reverse previous uptrend. It seems like it came down. Facebook, this is a good sign. Facebook actually climbed above 50-day moving average, so that's a very good sign. Now it's a general dynamics. Those are the defense. GD is a defense stock. Defense stock is doing very well in the last 5 year or more. It's doing very good. So right now, GD just break out from this base, so it's still in the buy range. GILD, that's a U.S. biotech stock, no buy point. Right now it's consolidating at a high level. Google also reversed the downtrend and went back up above 50-day moving average and break out from this little flat base. That's good. But if the Google can go back up even more, break out from this cup base, that's even better. So for now, Google is good. You can consider buy Google from here, but make sure you use this $918 as the, or maybe 915 as a stop order. So if it came down, break those previous support level, that means something bad would happen. So it's sell. But for now, Google is good. Okay. Uh, Lock, Lockheed Martin, this is also another defense stock, LMT. Uptrend. As you see, it broke out from the base here right now, also still in the buy range. Microsoft, uptrend. Netflix, uptrend, but the Netflix has to break out from here to complete the cup base, so no buy point for now. NOC, Northrop. This is a very strong stock. This is a defense stock. Break out from the base here. So that's pretty nice with a high volume. But right now, NOC is too high. Netflix break out from here, but it came down. Sorry, not Netflix. This is NVIDIA. NVIDIA break out from here, but it came down after it broke out. But looks like it's a fine support around 50-day moving average. $170 looks like there's the buy power pushed it up. So look at the volume. On the up days, volume is actually higher than the down days. So all this news that the Tesla is finding other partners. Like first is that Tesla is using AMD's chip to make their self-driving car. later said Tesla is using Intel, which might be true. Maybe partially they will use Intel's chip. Uh, but all this news, looking at the stock action, the volume, especially the volume on the up days is higher than the down days. It's very suspicious how those, I mean, how true those news are. Could be, I don't know. I'm just doubt about all these news. Maybe someone just deliberately let out those news to pull the stock down so they can buy the stock. There's a conspiracy theory here. I don't know what's going on here, but I will show you the job posting in AI area, so then you will know Tesla. No, so Nvidia is still number one position here. Anyhow, um, OLED is a display company, broke out and pull back. And TAL, this is a new stock in my watch list. Right now, TAL has no the top education, so this is a Chinese after school. They offer after school program for the young kids, and I don't know if anybody pay attention. China has opened up the policy that they allow people to have a second child. So we will anticipate there will be more children need the after school program, and TAL is the number one there. So it has good fundamental, and the stock has performed very well. Right now, it's in this nice uptrend, has no buy point. So previously here, breakout from this base, that would have been a buy point or pull back to the major average. Look like TLL is finding support around 30-day moving average. So it touched the came below 30-day moving average, and the same day in some buy point pushed that up. So it's being bought. This stock is being supported. So that's all I can say from here. TER, this is also a very nice uptrend. Looks like it's breaking out here. So it's a buy point. Tesla is totally uh, not doing anything. Just try to break out here and then came down. So it's just oscillating here. Texas Instrument, this is very good. This broke out from here and go up, but now it's too far. You can't buy from here. You just buy right at the moment when they break out. That's the best buy point. For now, it's too high. So, what I was gonna say, I'm just gonna show you a website, Indeed, and put the keyword and San Jose area. This is like a 50 miles around San Jose, and see what are the companies hiring people for autonomous driving skills. Well, not autonomous driving skill. It's people who is in the AI who understand how to make self-driving cars. Basically, the programmers, okay, software engineers who understand how to write software for the autonomous driving for the self-driving car. So it looks like all these companies here. Nvidia is on the list, but not very high here. There are other companies. Maybe those companies are really making the self-driving cars. Well, Nvidia just makes chips, semiconductor chips for them. Now look at the people, the companies who is hiring for artificial intelligence keyword, and we find Naoto. I'm not sure what this company is doing, and then Google, and then Nvidia. Uh, it's pretty good. Artificial intelligence, Nvidia is hiring them. Those are the job listings for the past 2 weeks, 15 days, and 15 miles around San Jose area. Now looks at deep learning. Deep learning is a branch of a machine learning, which is part of the artificial intelligence. And NVIDIA has the most people, 43 people, and then above all other companies. And Intel is here, 9 people. So look at the number of the people. Well, actually, when you do self-driving car, you're going to use deep learning. Basically, you have part of it. You have to use deep learning to train your software how to navigate and how to drive itself. So, and look at those, all these 3 keywords in the AI, and then who's hiring. Looks like Nvidia is up there, and Intel. Maybe Intel is making some AI chips, but it don't doesn't look like they have invested enough, and we don't see anything about AMD. So AMD not making chips for AI. I doubt they're doing anything with the AI because it hasn't shown up on the hiring yet. Usually, in order to get a product, you have to hire people first. So that's my logic. Anyhow, what to do in this current market? I will continue long the market and keep stop order on the existing long positions and move the fund from weak stocks or ETF to the strong stocks or ETF. Basically, you have maybe you buy 5 stocks and first and or 6 maybe, and you have stop order. You buy at the breakout, but if the breakout doesn't work out, your stock gets stopped out. You now have extra money. Just move the money to the strong stocks and buy the at the breakout again. So, um, another thing is in the bull phase of the market, the leverage ETF is performing very well, such as 3 times semiconductor ETF SOXL or 3 times Nasdaq index ETF TECL. Or those are very good stock to hold, but only hold it during the bull phase. So once the market go to correction, those 3 times leverage ETF, you can lose a lot of money quickly. So we have to be able to read the charts and tell what the phase the market is in. That's all for this week, and hope to see you next week. And good luck.